want to go back to the situation where you came across, if you can, you can, if you can't, you can't, and it's down to you. So you were a salesperson,
Yeah.
late 29s, and then all of a sudden you decide this is very interesting. And I suppose obviously you had kind of a eureka moment where you think, this is all new to me, this is really inspirational. What happened then? I'm more interested in what happened next.
Well, it was inspirational. I did think it was all new. Afterwards, in researching, I found out that actually it's old, and people in all different cultures around the world have known this stuff over the years. At first, although it was a bit of an aha moment, to be honest, I was sceptical, because I thought, why haven't I seen this before? If it's so important, and it seemed to me to be important, why haven't I been told about this? Why wasn't I shown this at school? The right side of the brain's basically in two halves. And the right side of the brain, the leadership brain, is the side of the brain that's also connected to gut feel, to intuition. And my right brain was saying, it feels right. It sort of makes sense what's being said here about joining up of brain cells and how that helps you to find answers to problems. The left side of the brain is the side that deals more with fear and ego response. And my left brain was going, yeah, but, and was full of doubt. And so at first I had a bit of war going on between the two halves of my brain. But then I made a simple deal with myself, and the deal was I will play full out, 100%, at this positive thinking philosophy that's being suggested and goal setting, and I'll do it for a year.
And you'll start implementing that within your sales.
I use it. I use it in all the areas of my life, and we'll see what difference it makes. I'll treat my life as a bit of an experiment. I mean, partly out of desperation, because I was thinking, what else am I going to do? The traditional route of learning hadn't worked for me. I wasn't interested in going back to night school or anything like that. And I was struggling within the sales activity, because the truth of it was, although I put on a bit of a cocky front, it wasn't confidence. It was bravado and arrogance, because inside I was desperately insecure, partly from the low self-esteem of not being able to read and write properly.
So you went through years, you actually studied, because I'm very interested in this process of what you went through. What happened then? Okay, so you learned how to read and write. What happened with you as a salesperson?
As I applied the techniques, simple techniques on goal setting and self-motivation, personal responsibility, so life took off. Positive thinking didn't come naturally to me. I was a see the bottle half empty person. I just grew up that way. In fact, I was reading some information in the paper today about a new breakthrough they've discovered, and a gene that people have, and depending on your childhood influences, you develop into seeing the bottle half empty type person rather than half full. And I was a half empty type person, and so I understood logically the benefits of thinking positively. The science really helped me to become clear about how you find answers to problems and motivation and do more business. But I found it very difficult. And so learning some techniques to apply that on a daily basis was key. And by applying it, my sales figures turned round from the lowest in the team to the highest.